The following program was paid for by Southern American Media.
Fox 30 welcomes you to Meridian's favorite TV personalities and three-time CMA nominees for Broadcast Personality of the Year. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Debbie.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. Off to a Monday morning it is.
That's right. Can't beat it. It is nice out there. A little nip in the air, but overall, it's pretty good.
42? That's more than a little nip there.
We got in last night from the coast, and it was a little cooler up here than it is down there.
Yeah, I bet it was.
But I had a good time.
Over the weekend, what is the number one movie of 2023 so far? It's Super Mario Brothers, who's raked in $600 million.
That's a lot.
So how do we rate this one, Odie? What are you going to give it?
You know, I don't know. My grandson went to see it, so I need to ask him what he thought of it.
Doesn't look like my type of movie. I'm going to go thumbs down. I don't think it would hold my attention.
And it may not hold ours, but I don't know. Here's the thing.
Tell me.
What message is it portraying?
Have no clue.
Because if it's going across some of this woke stuff, then we're out.
Yeah.
But if it's got if it's just a Super Mario movie and it deals with the game and the kids love it, I may give it a thumbs up.
Okay.
So, dang, that's one time that we've been like, it's not many.
Yeah. It's just not my type thing.
It's
now,
not mine.
The cartoon and I can't remember the name of it. Maybe you do. About the little old fella that had the balloons that wanted to lift his house up. Up. That thumbs.
Was good.
Oh, man.
Yes.
One of the best things I've watched. Yeah, in a long, long time.
Oh, that was good.
Also over the weekend, and I only know who this is because I watched The Nanny back in the day. Fran, that had that distinctive voice of. They always often refer to Andrew Lloyd Webber because he was a playwright.
Yeah.
Well, it's finally come to an end after 35 years on Broadway. If you were a fan of Phantom of the Opera, it is no more. The final play has done that. And I told you once, I sat through a restaurant where they played a song from that.
Just wasn't it.
Pretty horrible for me. I didn't understand their language, and some guy wearing a mask at a piano. It looked kind of weird to begin with, and it was really messing up my meal.
Well, I like Halloween, and I like haunted houses, and I like all that kind of stuff. But Phantom and an opera, I don't like opera.
Man, opera. I guess it's one of those things like certain foods you have to acquire a taste for.
Well, it's like certain rap. I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, but you seem to get into that. Rap boy over here. That's the few of the national headlines taking place this morning. And I brought this up this morning, and it should concern every American as Elon comes clean after he bought the company and said the government had access to everyone's account.
Period. Anything that went on, they had access to it. And if Twitter gave it to them,
others did.
The rest of them has done it too.
That scary, how scary that is.
All those messages you think that I'm just going to send them a DM. I'm not going to say nothing out loud. Yeah, they got it.
Yeah, they know all about what you were thinking.
That's probably why most of y'all went to jail.
You got a point. You got a point.
Well, I didn't share nothing. Nope, but you inboxed it.
That's right. They knew what you were thinking to begin with.
That's right.
That's how they know so many things.
Yeah.
Let's see. We had reports of this yesterday out at Bonita Lakes. Hopefully he was caught. I never heard, but I guess the word to use is exposer. Not necessarily a flasher, but an exposer. I think there's a difference in between the two.
I guess an exposure would, was he
in a car doing this? Exposing. With a playground nearby. Several parents reported this yesterday. And
I hope they got it.
I know MPD responded to it, and I do hope they get him. I never did hear the end of the story of what happened, but let's hope somebody got to go to the Crossbar Hotel.
Yep.
What a shame it wasn't at the Marriott.
That's right. Or at least where we went the other day.
Ugh. I have never in my life seen things that... Odie took me to a jail. I don't know if I ever want to go to him anymore. Man, that was scary.
It makes you think, don't it?
Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah,
So,
we'll tell you more about
kind
that.
of eerie.
Very eerie.
Yeah, just
Ain't-
to imagine what all was going on back in the heyday.
Man, I wouldn't. That definitely prison is not for me after visiting that at all.
And there wasn't even nobody in it. Well,
No.
that we could see.
Yeah, I think there was a few haints floating around.
Yeah, there was a few of them in there.
There's a such thing as that, y'all. And we'll tell you more about that. Also, over the weekend, what went on? Oh, Odie, somebody got shot
Here,
right here in Meridian. They did.
everywhere. It was crazy.
The 2300 block of 34th Avenue. Let's go ahead and just take a look at this. We had one person shot. We're still waiting on details from the Meridian Police Department. As we see here, right there is where it all took place. Here's Highland Park Avenue right in this area here. It would be to the east of there. One person shot, taken to the hospital. They were taken by private car to the hospital. Now, several cars were shot up during this. That's all the details that we have on the event this time, but it was not life-threatening, the bullet wound
That's
that they
good.
did get.
That's good. It's sad that it's here in our hometown and it hadn't stopped.
No, it's definitely here, isn't it?
It is, and we've got to do something about this.
Now, another thing, as we dance around, we've got several big stories to tell. We also had a shooting in Newton County yesterday. Let's go over and take a look at this. This would be Highway 80 is where we would be in the 4,000 block of Highway 80 in Newton County as we pulled this up this morning. This happened there. As we see him there, that's how it went down.
Dang.
From the best of my understanding, it was a disagreement. I think everybody at the event were armed. And they commenced to shooting at each other. The good thing is they couldn't hit the side of a barn. A lot of gunplay, and nobody hit anybody.
Nobody hit nothing. It's just like a Hollywood movie.
That's exactly the way it was. And then no one struck, no one hit. But boy, let me tell you, it was kind of like the shot I heard around the world. I got message after message of, hey, what's going on? See a whole bunch of, I did hear a bunch of shooting.
So I just charged his phone, and now I got to charge it again.
I spoke with Sheriff Jody Pennington yesterday, and that is pretty much the outcome. Now, it's still under investigation. There may be more comes out of this in the end, but somehow or another, no one was in. It is, like you said, a Hollywood movie.
That's crazy.
I would not be that lucky. If I was within a 10-mile radius, I'd get hit.
You said unless it's a Baldwin movie.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a blank.
Oh, boy. Let's see here. Other things that went on. We have to say a big thumbs up to the Neshoba County Sheriff's Department. Why? They always get their man.
That's right.
As we go here to pull this up to show you, we reported this stolen last week, a home that was broken into during the daytime hours. And as we look at this was taken along with several items from a home. Well, since then, 3 people have gone to jail.
That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
I mean, on top of it. And
It's a zero tolerance for this type of things. This happened in the Beatline community there in Neshoba County. Eric Clark is all over this, and we say a big thank you to him and his deputies for what they do of solving crimes. And next thing to do is, truthfully, they keep in touch consistently with me to let us know so that you will know what's going on in your communities. We can't say thank you enough.
communication is huge.
It is.
In anything, it doesn't matter what it is. Every single thing, you've got to have communication back and forth. And if you don't, you're losing a battle.
That's right.
It will help you win anything you're looking for.
The more you know, the smarter you are, is the way I look at that. Hey, want to remind you, if you're looking for a job today, go on down to Nick and Al's. Look at this.
Look, we've got jobs everywhere in our area. You can go get off the couch, go down there, go to Nick and Al's. It's a fun place to work. They're always having fun when we're in there, and
Yeah.
the food's good, and just a lot of people that's around there to enjoy your day with. So go down there and put your application in.
You can call them at 934-0598. It's a telephone number to call there. If you need that inboxes, we'll get that to you. They start doing interviews this morning at 9. So
There you go.
if
Call
you're
down there
looking
and
for
get
that.
on the schedule.
Yeah.
Man.
Ginger said there was an issue on television.
Uh-oh.
We'll double check that. Anybody else having trouble with television? I've only seen one remark there about that.
So we've got a lot of good mornings on here, don't we?
Oh, they got sound. It's just your TV. You've lost your remote.
That's you hit the mute button.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
You can't find it?
And then, TVs now, you just don't walk up to and change the channel.
No. That's how Lawrence Welk became so famous. Everybody lost their remote because they didn't have one.
That's right.
More on the way with Scotty Ray and Odie this morning.
Need an expert to repair a rock peck or cracked windshield? Call Advanced Auto Glass by Joey for quality workmanship and customer service. Convenient same-day service, as well as in-house calibration for vehicle safety systems. Reliable mobile service is available in Clark, Kemper, Neshoba, Lauderdale, and Newton counties for all cars, trucks, and heavy equipment. Book your appointment today for custom tinting. It can reduce temps, fading, glare, and more. Improve the safety and enhance the appearance of your vehicle today with services from Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Spring is in the air at the Neshoba County Co-op, located at 338 West Main Street, downtown Philadelphia. If you're looking for that perfect flower for your home or getting ready for a garden, whether it's butter beans, peas, or tomatoes, they've got it all there. The fishing calendar says it's great at the Neshoba County Co-op, whether you're bass fishing or if you're out for crappie. From new rod and reels to getting the exact lure, or maybe that worm that you're hunting. Grab a pole and go fishing today. And let's not forget about turkey season. And remember, all roads lead to the Neshoba County Co-op. If you're building or remodeling your home and finally getting around to that to-do list, before you spend your hard-earned money anywhere else, do yourself and your pocketbook a favor and check out the huge selection available at Southern Pipe and Supply. They have a large showroom on Highway 39 North in Meridian. You can check out the large selection of tubs, showers, sinks, and faucets. Southern Pipe for all of your heating and air conditioning system upgrades, along with standby generators in preparation for storm season. And we're local, Southern Pipe and Supply.
What drives us may be different, but what we share is the pursuit. Whether taking on the job site or your own backyard, let the pursuit of the perfect cut begin. Steel's zero-turn mowers are here. Real Steel. Find yours.
And welcome back.
Here we are again. We'll get there. It's Monday.
Joe Gully letting us know that up in Townsend, Mississippi, 38 degrees.
I don't need to be up there.
Still hovering at 42 out at Key Field this morning. So, and again, where you are, and the further north you go from here, the cooler it's going to be. As you go to NAS and go northward there, it's going to be chillier. Wow.
Roger says, my TV's fine, but you guys are all centered in the picture.
That would be that one of us must be over. We'll work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let me move over here. Come on over.
Does that look better?
Oh,
look at there. Now we're by the report. It's a Monday.
Yeah. We didn't check that before we went on this morning.
Yeah. We were in a hurry.
Glad to have each and every one of you joining us. Now, I did send out an alert Saturday afternoon about locking your car doors in a certain area of town. And there was a reason behind that. I had several young ladies contact me that they had phones and personal items taken out of a car in the Highway 39 area. And as I put this up, and whenever I post something like this is not just something that is made up. There's always a reason behind why I post something. But again, it was several items that were taken. I'm not sure if how far and deep the police began in it, but I had business owners contact me, so it was legitimate sources to where this come from. So whenever I post these things, it's not something that I think, oh, let's just do this today. There's always factual information to back up what I'm doing and a reason why. So if you ever see that, take heed.
There's a shopping center over there, off of 39. And a friend of mine, we go to church with her. Her daughter is working in that area and got off work last week.
What happened?
Went to get in her car. Window was busted. She's going to school. Her computer was stolen. A bunch of stuff that was in the back. She didn't have it out where everybody could see it, but took her bag. It's got a computer. All her work and stuff is in there. So, guys, it's happening. And you want to lock your car because you're not an easy target, but they didn't worry about that. They just broke the window and got her stuff out. So be careful.
So I didn't even know that had happened.
Yeah, and I forgot to bring that up. But and then that just reminded me, oh, yeah. So she's going to school during the day, trying to work at night and make a living. And look at here. That's terrible.
Let's see here. Also, we had power knocked out on the side out by the airport on Friday night. 18-wheeler clipped a pole and took out the transformer.
Ooh, that's not good.
Now, I also had reports over in Newton, also a couple more that, as we were talking about in these areas, 2 guns were taken from different cars. That seemed to be the thing. Watch your areas there.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I also wonder, things happen and people yell at one another, but if you happen to see a commotion on 64th Avenue over the weekend, it was somebody had snuck into their daughter's bedroom. They really didn't like that.
I wouldn't have neither.
And a commotion commenced to, as somebody kept running. Had to leave the car. They got in such a hurry on foot. How do you go back and get your car after that?
It's kind of like leaving your driver's license there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, can you go get my car for me?
That couldn't be a good thing to do.
No.
Send a friend if you get into a situation like that.
You don't know what you're getting into.
No, you don't. Oh, wait a minute. We had several reports of this 2 days in a row. He was out and about this weekend. Let's go to our first report.
It's warming up.
It is. Naked man took to the streets early Friday morning. It was Saturday morning, about 5:30 to 6 a.m. He was passing the mark.
That's a way to enjoy your morning coffee.
That's right. He was busy there. Wait a minute. He made another appearance. He looked a little different in this chart as we pull up here. This was Sunday morning.
He's got a tan line.
He does. They call him the Streak. He was back on the streets of Meridian wearing nothing but a smile.
Don't look, Margaret.
It was Ethel.
Ethel.
Yeah.
It's too late.
She done been flashed.
Did you see what happened?
Yeah, did. You can't beat that.
Man.
But a regular, and everybody constantly asks, well, why is something done? I can't answer that. I do know that most likely they know who the gentleman is because he has been to the Crossbar Hotel for that before.
Yeah, and surely he's got some mental issues and he's not taking his medication correctly or something, but...
Yeah, we don't know all the details on all of that. As we dig deeper into this, it was I think they just simply ran out of ammunition last night, I think. As we go to check on this, Friday night and Saturday morning was a busy day. Let's just go on over to 24th Avenue. What was going on there? If you lived in that neighborhood, this is not going to shock you because you already know what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Gunfire. Window blown out of a truck. Now, that's not nice to go out to your truck and you've got to replace your window.
Them things ain't cheap no more.
No, it's not. Just knocked that Ford F-150's window right out. Police responded, took a report on all that. Now, no one was injured, but again, that cost somebody something there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I got a call from parents. Matter of fact, there were several, Odie, that were out at Phil Hardin at a ball game over the weekend. And they said, we just heard gunfire. It sounded pretty closely. Now, what I am not 100% sure of, if there were 2 instances, if there was something a little closer to Phil Hardin, or if this is what they heard. So I want to be honest and upfront of I'm not sure if it was 2 instances or just one. We would soon learn that a house and 2 cars were struck with gunfire. Friday night in the 4100 block of 33rd Avenue is where this happened. Here's North Hill Street. This is due south of Skate Odyssey. Right back over here to the left is Phil Hardin. As you can tell, that's not... You could hear gunshots from there.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty good ways there.
Of course, getting outside... And I guess if you've got a bunch of kids out there and people start shooting... That kind of heightens your awareness a little bit.
Absolutely.
But don't know. I hope it was just that. I hope it wasn't anybody shooting around them.
Yeah. Now, what we do know is that, it's still under investigation. Also, we have not gotten an updated report from the Meridian Police Department on this. We know what happened. I do know that no one was injured and that 2 cars and a house were hit with gunfire. Pretty much a constant thing that goes on.
Yeah, and it's something that I hope we can get changed and something that we can make our community back safe again and stop all this unnecessary shooting. Go to the range and shoot all you want.
Yep. Get it out there. We used to go to the dump and do it. Now that I think they got rid of the dumps. There's not really dumps anymore.
No, we don't have any dumps anymore. You can't go to the dipsty dumpsters and, I
don't even see those things anymore. But we had, as a kid, it was like a real dump with a big hole in the ground. You backed up to it and just scooped out your Chevrolet and dumped everything out there.
Yeah, we had the old landfill. I think it cost like $2 to take a load of junk in there.
Oh, that gone too?
Dump out, I think so. I don't know if we have anything yet.
I also got several inboxes last night, and I haven't had a chance to speak to any law enforcement this morning. I got a little busy as we were getting ready, so I'll wake you up later, Ward. But I had some reports of gunfire near Homestead Road. This would be just north, or it would be just east of Marion.
Yeah.
I have not had a chance to investigate that, but I had several people say I heard stuff in that area. We'll see what we can find out about that today.
See if anything comes down to the pipe, and hopefully it's not.
Yeah, we'll be right back as we start this early morning. Put a smile on it. Going to be a good day.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Hello, my name's Kenneth Graham, and I'm running for coroner of Lauderdale County. For over 50 years, Lauderdale County's been represented by professional and competent coroners. I would like to continue that tradition. Over the next several months, I want to educate the public on what the coroner does and dispel any myths about the coroner job. I can show you that I will be the most professional coroner there is. So please vote for me August the 8th.
Paid for by the Committee for the Election of Kenneth Graham.
Your local farmer knows a good deal when he sees one. The L-Series Kubota tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA and offered at Parish Kubota with 0% financing available. Come see why we're more than a tractor store at Parish Tractor.
Welcome back. Scotty Ray and Odie. It is Monday morning.
Man, already Monday.
Yeah,
and it'll be Friday before you know it.
Yeah, I'm just going to call today Subpoena Monday. Woo!
They all come out today, don't they?
That's what I heard. Just rumor there. Might need some more cowbell with that. Yeah, I think that's what we need. Yeehaw. We also had reports of gunfire Poplar Springs Drive over the weekend. Let's go and show that beautiful beam footage of where those gunshots were reported this weekend. With these that I'm mentioning, no one was hurt over the weekend as we go into the 2300 block of Poplar Springs Drive and look at that closely there. That's where those shots were. No one hurt, nothing damaged. So that was good out of that, a good outcome. We also had reports of 28th Avenue, Odie, as we go there to show that.
Wow. It's just one weekend. All this has took place over one weekend. This isn't a whole week or a whole month. We're not doing a monthly recap. This is one weekend.
No, but I got all that. I got all those stats also whenever we need to go back and dig on all of that.
I got to say, Edna Smith is watching us. Good morning, Edna. Dear friend of mine, her husband, real good friends. They're part of the fire department. Had an accident this weekend. His foot ended up underneath the lawnmower.
Oh, no. Ooh, how did it happen?
So I'm not 100% sure what had happened there. He has not lost his foot, but he works on his feet. He is in Jackson. They did a surgery, I want to say yesterday. They've got some more coming up this week, maybe today, to look at possibly saving his foot. So it's a bad situation. It could have been worse. Edna, you and David are in my prayers. I ask everybody, if you would, to send some prayers. Some very good people. Edna works for Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department. So
you have given me the heebie-jeebies. The thought of that just makes me, whew.
Yeah.
So definitely in our thoughts, and we do hope everything turns out well. Keep us posted as to how he's doing.
We'll do that. David, we love you, brother. Keep your head up. It's going to be all right. Everything's going to be good. We're going to have you back dancing a jig for long. Yeah. Well, those doctors will anyway, but we're going to pray for you and get you fixed up.
Says something was saved, and I don't remember saving it, so I'm sorry about that. Somebody could be in my computer, and I don't know it. Good morning, Jeff Lewis. How are you doing? Mary says, roll tide. Linda Culpepper joins us as well.
We got a bunch of them. We hadn't give everybody a good morning. We've had a lot going on.
Yeah.
And
didn't we have some
it's just
birthdays?
rolling.
Somebody was having.
Yeah, we got 2 birthdays.
Who is it?
Cliff Baker, 77 yesterday, I believe it was.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Debbie wanted to mention that to you.
yeah, so yesterday, happy birthday, and Missy Kent's got a birthday today. They wouldn't tell us how old you are today.
But you got a birthday.
You got a birthday, so happy birthday to both of y'all.
Yeah, I hope y'all let us know what's going on there. Hey, we did have an accident this weekend. This was one of those one-vehicle accidents. I'll pull up the map here as we look at this, as we go out to I-20 and pull this up. This was mile marker 158 in the westbound lane. Well, you go, well, I don't know anything. Well, here's the actual picture of how that looked here. Let's zoom in a little bit closer on that. That's that old big rig right off in the middle there.
Ooh, and you know it's kind of squishy right down in there with all this rain we've had.
Which brought out our good friend there, Simmons Wrecker Service. That's the only thing that get that out.
Oh, they got some equipment out there, don't they?
Yes, they do. So that happened if you happen to come along and wonder what was happening. Also, we had an accident. This was a single vehicle accident on I-20 also over the weekend as we go to mile marker 125. This would be toward Newton area as you get over in here, right there, past Meehan in that area there. No serious injuries in that, but Highway Patrol was over that also this weekend. Now, we done had another wreck involving a boat.
Uh-oh. They were trying to find the water in that ditch.
That's right. Everybody showed up in a house to take a look at what went on this weekend there at the intersection. You can't miss it. That's the biggest thing that was going on in town. As you'll see a car. Let's go here. Here's a closer look at this. This was a camouflage boat that was involved. There's the trailer up there, and the boat's behind the other car.
Ooh. They just didn't see it, did they?
Most likely not.
Yeah.
And we had us I don't think anybody was seriously hurt, but boy, that'll sure shake you up there.
Well, you're not on the lookout for a boat.
Boat past you.
Well, look, there wasn't nobody even in it.
That's right. And our all-time favorite place to have an accident always happens where, Odie?
Right there at the split.
Yep.
Man, coming into town.
Cooter had to come on back out and haul a car out of there.
Yeah.
There at the split. This was a single vehicle accident as well. Lost control of the vehicle and off into the trees it went. And if you ever come into Meridian, I want you, it ain't worth going over 40 in that curve.
No, it's not. And y'all have got a little while to do this. Probably, I'd say about 6 months. But everybody out there needs to do some homework.
Okay.
Go ahead and get your YouTube and type in how to drive on a roundabout. How to properly operate a roundabout. People need to understand Marion is getting a roundabout.
I need to see where this survey comes because everybody I talked to said, do what?
And before they open this thing up, everybody needs to have had some type of YouTube education.
Oh, yeah.
On how a roundabout works because Cooter's going to run out of gas. Sitting there, at least there's 2 gas stations. Greg said he was going to get into the record business and just hang out right there.
It's coming. There's no doubt. Now, what a roundabout is this gigantic circle. And in this gigantic circle is little exits along the way that you can jump off.
But you got to just jump on. Ain't no stop sign.
Yeah, there's not. You yield and go in there.
Somebody's going to get stuck in the middle talking about how I get out of here. You know, they did that on that
I just
Christmas
see,
vacation.
This is Lauderdale County, y'all. This ain't going to work out too good.
I like roundabouts.
Do you now?
But there's certain places they work with a certain... I give them kudos for putting it in because something, I'd rather a stoplight.
Somebody had to go out on a limb here.
Somebody had to go on a limb, and this may be the best thing in the world. But people's got to be educated on how to operate.
I mean, you just have to kind of ease off. And there's not a red light. There's not a
stop sign. You just go, and when oops, I missed it. You just make another round till you come back, and then, oops, there's my exit.
It's going to be a great place for a State Farm right across the street.
Oh, man.
Y'all look out. When are we going to start building on this? Do we know?
Well, now, here's another thing, and I thought that this was one of the best decisions I've heard anybody make, regardless of what they were doing.
Yeah, postpone it?
They're shutting down They'll drive for 45. So it's going to be shut down as a bridge replacement takes place. So they decided, hey, since the road's already closed, let's go ahead and do something now. So kudos to that, because normally it would be, well, as soon as they open that up, we'll close the road so we can redo this. So kudos for saying, hey, let's do all this together and do it at one time.
Woo. All right. Good luck to everybody. We'll be right back in just a moment as we do this, and we'll take a look at what happened on today in history. Folks, if your yard is needing grass and you need it quick, talk to our friends at Coates Hydro Seeding. They offer residential and commercial. The great thing about this, it doesn't wash, the water treads, and it holds the soil in place. It's the easiest way to grow grass. That's hydro seeding. You'll get a great looking lawn without all the dry spots. How many times have you put out seed and it gets washed away, blown away, or even the birds eat it? Talk to our friends at Coates Hydro Seeding, 601-728-1954.
I'm Chris Bullock, and I'm a candidate for Lauderdale County District 1 Supervisor. As a former Marine Police Department cadet and Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office Ranger, public safety will always be a top priority. As supervisor, I'll stand with our brave law enforcement officers and promote law and order. I'll approve funding for necessary personnel, training, and equipment to ensure professional service and safer community. I ask for your prayers, and I ask for your support.
Paid Political by friends of Chris Bullock.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install, or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
And welcome back as we talk about, well, time to change jobs. We've often talked about this, and the MCC has so many things. As the world changes, technology is changing, and software is such a big portion of it.
Well, I mean, everything we do now is computer-based. Our phones, this is an entire computer. Everything that we deal with in our vehicles, everything is computer. And so best way to get into the new age of things is go to school, get you an education in software coding.
And what that will do is, like, if you have a program where you go, well, I wish I had a report that generate and do this for me. Somebody can type all that, and it's emailed to you daily.
There it is. You've got everything you need to help your day get started.
Well, like if you've got a business, you want to know what my sales were 1 year ago today at noon, it can send you a report every day then, and you'll know if you're off, on, or things like that are pretty simple there. That's great.
And it's right here at Meridian. You don't have to go anywhere to get this education.
That's right. A database administrator, digital designers, computer programmers, whatever the case is that you're looking for, see them at MCC. Well, it's getting loud.
Again.
Yeah. 484-8811. I don't know what
we've got so much knowledge come out that they have to save it periodically because it's taking up space.
Yeah, apparently so. Good morning. Hey, we had a mention that there's possibly a wreck on Highway 495 this morning, a fender bender, not far from West Lauderdale Elementary is what we're getting mentioned there on 495 around the curve. So if you're in that area past the school, be careful this morning.
We got some. So we've got, I just saw another one right there, Wayne Dolores Roberts, 44 years of marriage yesterday. Deanne and Carl Richardson's got 31 years of marriage.
Mere babies compared.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on 2 now. But I've been married more than y'all.
I wasn't going there.
Bethany Junkins, happy 20th birthday.
It's a big one there.
Kevin Loper.
Right.
Happy birthday.
You've got one. We'd love to hear from you. What happened on the day 1790? This guy was real famous for his, well, he still is today.
He still is.
Ben Franklin. Now, he may have not been on Weight Watchers. We know that. But Ben Franklin passed away on this date in 1790.
He had to have some weight to keep that kite from pulling him away.
Yes, he did.
With a string on it.
I think they done that on an electric company, done a demonstration as a kid. Does the name Mary Surratt mean anything to you?
No.
It'd be the first woman executed by the federal government. If you read into this, she says she was innocent. She didn't know anything that was going on. It just happened to be at her establishment that people were talking. She swore upon her dying breath that she knew nothing of it. She would go to jail. She would be hung by the military for her part in the Lincoln assassination.
Wow.
She owned a boarding house, basically, and people met there. Even John Wilkes Booth dropped by, and she goes, I was renting. I had no idea what these people were planning.
Yeah, it might have been at my place, but it wasn't.
They didn't give her a chance to explain that, and she was the first woman executed by the United States of America.
Man, ain't that something?
And that military is a little bit different when they do trials. It's not like what you see in the regular side.
No, they let you say what they want you to say.
Yeah, it was quick. And justice was served. 1937, this old boy came to be. You kind of
like him.
I do too. Daffy Duck was born on this date as he became part of the cartoons there in 1937 in Porky Duck's Hunt. I am bound to have watched it because I've watched all those.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it, I'm sure.
Ooh, good morning, Jim Harrison. Glad to see you there.
Yeah, Daffy's birthday.
All right, April Walden having a 16th birthday today.
See, and y'all didn't know that y'all had the same birthday as Daffy Duck.
Yeah, look at there. Now, I understand. What was that? It was Elvis's movie. Didn't Elvis do a movie called It Happened at the World's Fair, if I'm not mistaken?
It had something to do with the World's Fair.
And it was little Kurt Russell that ran up and kicked him in the knee, if you'll remember that. But it did happen at the World's Fair in 1964. Today, a legend would be born.
Man, have it. Wow.
Everybody's been chasing this since it began.
Yeah.
It debuted today, 1964 and a half Ford Mustang.
And they never knew that it was going to be battery powered.
Nope, they had no idea.
I wonder how that's going to go.
Yeah, it'd be like you riding off the house from your golf cart and walking back home.
They're going to get stuck in that roundabout because the battery went dead.
1967, nobody knew that this was happening. They'd done a filming. They all went home and thought they were coming back in 2 months, and guess what? Nah, they didn't. It was over. The last episode aired today.
Always did like that Mary Ann.
Oh, yeah. And, and the thing about it was it had huge ratings compared to what today is. And the executives at the time thought it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's as popular now as it was then.
But you brought up a good point, Odie. There's always been the controversy of Mary Ann or Ginger. I'm going more on the Mary Ann side.
I was always more Mary Ann.
I agree with that.
I don't know why, even though Ginger was the movie star, just didn't.
Well, Mary Ann had to me, a better personality.
She did.
That's what I liked about her.
She was just plain old country girl.
Yeah, and pretty on top of it. Look here, Mary Ann's.
That's right. So our vote's going to be for Mary Ann. We get 2 thumbs up.
That's what we got. Let's see what else we've got going on. 1970, I don't know if you've ever heard these words. Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Let's pretend that we're all alone. It was number 1 as He'll Have to Go. Jim Reeves, the gentleman Jim Reeves, was number 1 today. That was
some good music.
Huge, huge hit. And the interesting thing about that song was it was on the B-side. They released this other song about a mansion. It flopped. And disc jockeys nationwide flipped the record over. You don't get those choices today. That's how it used to be hits made. People made them hit. Now it's all run by 6 people in the United States is what becomes a hit.
And they give you a single and say, play it.
Yeah. That's it. That was back in the day, though. It was 1970. This old boy would show up at the White House to perform, and a guy named Nixon wouldn't really know who's there and say, would you play your song Okie from Muskogee? And he just kind of looked at him and said, no. Because it was Johnny Cash that showed up to play. He did do A Boy Named Sue.
Well, that would work.
Did a little Folsom Prison Blues also while at the White House there. Yeah, Nixon had no clue who Johnny was at the time. That's what it all amounts to.
Poor old Nixon.
He was confused.
He was, yeah.
Who's that over there? I don't know. Let me record that.
Kind of like what we got now.
This is one of the coolest songs I've ever heard. It was released in 1973 on this date. A couple of boys called, what's the name of that group, Odie?
The Eagles.
Who remembers Desperado?
That was something.
It was.
Yep, that was some good music.
It was, and it's been re-recorded by several. I forget who it was. The country version of that. Who was that Desperado done that? Wasn't Travis, I don't think. I can't remember. 1976, this would be his first #1 song that he ever had. It would be numerous songs after that, but it was, Hey Joe, line 'em up down the bar. Eddie Rabbitt had his first #1 as he was drinking my baby off of my mind. He was like the dude that done things to country music that scared him back in the day. Don't you go over there solid gold dancers on Saturday night and sing nothing country? You remember him from I Love a Rainy Night.
Yep.
Every Which Way But Loose. He had many of them from the Clint Eastwood movie.
We're getting Clint Black made the remake.
That's it. Couldn't think of that. Little Roy Rogers re-recorded that. Travis did the Standing on a Corner in Winslow, Arizona, Such a Fine Sight to See.
Yeah.
1982, and I'd even forgotten this as we talk about the man Cash.
Well, hobby dog.
He also went on over in 82 to host Saturday Night Live.
You know, they wouldn't let him on this time of day and age.
No, they would not. He dressed as Elton John. Elton John was going to perform a song, and he put on, well, you'd have to see a picture of it. I'll leave it at that.
He put on a dress and some colorful stuff.
He did. Yep. 1985. This was such a cool song. It was released to radio on this day back in 85. Who remembers 40-hour week for a living? And it's true. The folks that make America work are the ones that you never see. It's the unsung hero that puts it in, day out. Alabama knew that.
Work. Man, they sure made a good living at it.
Whew. I almost forgot about this TV show.
I did.
Do you remember it now?
I remember it now.
Who remembers watching Remington Steele? He would later grow up to be a Bond man, if I'm not mistaken.
He was. He was a James Bond.
Have no clue who she is, but she was cute back in the day. But Remington Steele, that was a detective show that ended in 1987. Bring back a few memories there for you.
Yeah, it does.
Let's see what else went on. 1998, a sad day.
Yeah, I remember this. This was.
If I'm not mistaken, she passed away from breast cancer, Linda McCartney.
It was cancer. I didn't know exactly what kind, but it was cancer, and that was tough. Prayers for the teachers and students at Clarkdale School today and the loss of a student.
I'm not aware of.
So I'm not sure, Miss Kay, what you're talking about, but definitely prayers going out for everybody there. Definitely lift y'all up for comfort.
Dorothy says she loves her some Eddie Rabbitt. Oh, I do too. It was 2011 that this would begin. This is one of those when I saw the previews, I thought I wouldn't like that until I watched a few minutes of it. And little Terrian and all the group. And, well, I stopped watching after season 3. I got busy, and I don't know what's happened since then. But it began. Game of Thrones, Josh, that was Stone. What was his name there?
I couldn't tell you.
I knew it. It was on the tip of my tongue. But Jon Snow, that's his name.
Jon Snow.
He was the one that didn't have a daddy, and they made fun of him the whole time, mistreated him, and he went on to become king, was the last I heard.
Look at there. That's something I've always wanted to go and watch, but I haven't. And the way I hear it is if I start it, I'm going to be stuck with it and watching it.
There's several shows that I've missed like the last 2 or 3 seasons of it, and I keep trying to remember to go watch it. And so you get tied up with your day-to-day things, and you miss out on all that.
You do. Then you've got to go back a season and watch half of it so you'll remember what's going on.
So I missed the last 3 years of Justified, and I really like Raven Gibbons.
I think I started watching that.
That's a good show. Runs around that Lincoln Continental, arresting everybody. Bad guy's boy. He busted up. And you can see that happening in Kentucky if somebody goes off to be a law enforcement agency, gets transferred back as a U.S. Marshal, and, well, he's got to start arresting friends that do bad things.
That's terrible.
It is. Back in 2016, we lost a very, very funny lady. Anybody remember this young lady, Doris Robert? She played the mother on Everybody Loves Raymond. She passed away on this date back in 16. We sure do miss her. She was good at what she done. Well, It was this day in 18 that a book was published. I don't think anybody in Mississippi even read it. Matter of fact, I don't think anybody even bought it here.
No.
James Comey released his book, A Higher Loyalty, Truth, Lies, and Leadership.
Yeah, he was lies, all right.
I think Hillary got a couple copies of it, and she gave it to close friends.
Those that didn't believe her, they committed suicide.
I got this out of order, but I can't place her. I know she's big, and she's a movie star.
So she played on some Clint Eastwood stuff. She played the $1 Million... Oh, baby.
$1 Million. I never watched that. Was it good?
I think that's what it was. It was a boxing show.
Oh.
She does commercials now for, I want to say, Capital One or something like that. But she's had a few shows.
Cover of the Rolling Stones back in 1983. You tell me if this is fiction or nonfiction. The headline was Life as a Man.
Well, as far as I know, he still had all his parts. He just didn't think something the same, bro. It looks like his nose, though.
That was back when he had his original nose. Yeah. The early models of Michael Jackson. And what a shame, such a talented man to end his life the way it did.
Yeah.
We hate that. More on the way as we start this Monday morning. Y'all put a smile on. We'll be right back. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Your next Maytag or Whirlpool appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigerator. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, stop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers, a showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen and Amana. And delivery is available with a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and by appointment after hours and weekends.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Have you been hurt on the job? Call Will Parker. Get the help you deserve. Call Will Parker. Know your rights when it comes to the workplace injuries. Call Will Parker. Call or go online at parkerfirm.net. Call your Meridian lawyer, Will Parker.
Well, coffee breaks over out at Chet's Paint and Body. They're already got some sandpaper, and they're rolling. They're cleaning up things and getting ready to start what? Well, you see it. This is an automobile that was brought in that had a couple of issues there. I think it was picked on by deer.
Yeah, it left a mark. But you can bet your bottom dollar that when you take your vehicle to Chet, he's going to give it the same pampering that he would do his cars, and he's going to make that look brand new. You'll never know that anything happened when it leaves his shop.
I'm pretty sure possum caused this one.
It was a big possum.
It was a big possum. That's what we're being told there. As you'll see here, this is where they do all the painting. Great folks. Drop in and visit with them. They'll help you with all that insurance work. Call up and get you a car lined up for that rental business there while yours is in the shop, and they'll get your car back to you in a timely manner. See them. Chet's Paint and Body, 737-2961. And don't forget, they can take out hail dents now.
That's right, and won't even have to repaint and take care of it without having to cost you an arm and a leg.
Uh-oh, I'm afraid I've got to show up somewhere next weekend. My wife's done promised, so I've got to be there, Odie.
Uh-oh.
From what I'm understanding, this is going to be 3 weeks in a row, backed by popular demand. Let me pull this up where everybody can take a look at this. I'm not sure everybody's aware that this is even going on out at the Evangel Temple. The Choice.
You know, they put on some musicals or plays, and whatever they do is extremely well. And talk about touching your soul and your heart. That'll give you a wake up.
I was told they had angels flying all above. A bunch of them last night.
Man, I need to get out there and see this.
Incredible play. I just was caught up yesterday and could not attend. My wife and family went out and said they enjoyed it. Said it was really, really good program. So, and it doesn't cost anything. Go out and see that. Do you remember when he was, Brother Bowles came in with us, and they were said he was going to the bank to borrow some money to, what was it he was buying? I forget what it had to do with this play. Yeah. Something they had to, and it was $500,000. From what I'm understanding, they've already raised $400,000 to pay back on that. God's good.
Amen.
This really, y'all have no idea how many people's lives things like this touch, and we're glad to see that happening in our community.
That's right, and this is, you know, they're wanting to get out and pray for not just their church, but all churches, all of Meridian, all of the country, and he pushes this out. So go support them, get you a lesson out of that, because I'm going to go watch this, and it's definitely something to get you closer to the Lord.
Absolutely. So come on out. Hey, I needed to say good morning to James Lovett watching us. Watches every day. We do appreciate that.
Hey, it's always good to have some people out watching with us. And joining their morning with us, because it's going by quick. We're getting on the downside now.
Easter, as we were all laid back on our couches who had too much, and some of you had deviled eggs.
That's not me.
It was right west of Highway 19. There was a few, me either. I can't eat those. I can look at them and go, the smell of a deviled egg makes me ill.
I don't cook them. I don't eat them.
And you know what the second thing is? Makes me, like if you wanted it, like when I was 16 and a girl ate this, I wasn't going out with her for nothing. There was nothing she could do to make me want to date her. Potato salad. Get that on your breath and see if you can't get rid of that.
It's the onion, wasn't it?
Ooh. I mean, nasty. Just nasty. It's like dating somebody that's a collard green eater. Ooh.
Yeah, not on the first date.
Oh. She ate some collards. I'm going to pick her up at 3.
Yeah.
But back on Easter, I got reports. Now, this was Sunday afternoon on Easter. Not even can we stop there, but the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department's been busy. Why? They've gotten one of their, peoples. I was going to say men, but I would be wrong if I said they did make an arrest on this as we pulled this up. We reported this weekend. This is one of the persons, a house was shot into, a dwelling. 5 rounds were fired into a house just west of Highway 19. This gentleman here, they're still looking for him. And I think you pronounce this Jacavius Poe. Am I close?
Yeah.
Okay. They're looking for him in connection with this also. They'll get their man. They've got one in connection with this. What a shame an argument leads to somebody's house getting shot up.
So if you know him or if he's watching, just turn yourself in. Go That's right. Get it over with.
Woo, the Highway Patrol got busy Friday afternoon.
Yes,
If you've got a Ford Mustang that is not battery powered and you don't know how to drive it, don't try to outrun the cops.
You're not going to win.
Nope. I watched the video. They're right off in the ditch there.
It wasn't even in a curve that he went.
No, just straight ahead into the ditch. Ended bad for Robert Todd as he tried to outrun the Mississippi Highway Patrol. Folks, it didn't work out for him. Let's get a closer look at that. You know, at first I thought that was a goatee, and then I realized that was a tattoo on his neck. I really thought that was a goatee until I stared at it. Well, Robert's got a little time to think about his driving experiences there as he got escorted across the road there in his shorts to the back of a patrol car down to, the Bear Yacht is where he got to go.
You got to spend a little time with the Bear Yacht.
Yep. That happens down in there.
But, I guess the one good thing is if you end up going to the Bear Yacht, Skidmore cooks for you.
That's true.
So
we'll be right back.
My mama said I need a truck because this lawnmower's the devil.
Buddy, we can do it.
Need a truck?
We can do it.
Need a van?
We can do it.
Need an SUV?
Buddy, we can do it.
Need some luxury? We've got you there too.
We can do it.
At Interstate Auto, we can do it.
Rockhouse Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rockhouse will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. Jackson Flowers has been a part of the Meridian area for a little over 60 years now. Now, they've moved to a new location on Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. You could be looking for that perfect thinking of you gift, or maybe it's just a happy you need, whether live or artificial, no matter what the need is in your family. Whether it's a birth to your time of need, Jackson Flowers is there for you. Drop in and visit with them again, Highway 19 North, just 2 miles north of Walmart. Jackson Flowers, for all your needs. Well, if you're looking for a home, my friends at Snowden want to help you there. That's the keys to it, the keys to your future and dreams. And they want to welcome their newest, Jeremy, too. He's one of their new salesmen. Drop in and visit with them. They'll tell you all about this. They're located in the Broadmoor area. Homes galore. For some reason, they don't have it. Let them know what you want. They'll find it for you. They serve East Mississippi, Clark, Neshoba, all these areas, and even over toward the Jackson, Mississippi area. Find out today. Visit them online, SnowdenRealEstate.com. I couldn't say it properly there, could I? See Amanda.
Tongue twister.
She'll put a smile on your face, nice as they come to help you out there.
That's right.
We did get a little bit more information. We passed along condolences to someone, a Clarkdale student who had a seizure that has passed away. Our heartfelt.
Yes.
I was not aware of that until we went on the air this morning.
So definitely prayers with the family and everybody at school, and
yes,
just continue to send y'all prayers to bless yours day.
Somehow or another, this has been a faster hour. We ain't even touched telling you about the big score of more people attended MSU baseball game ever by 2,000 people. They broke a 14 record in attendance.
It was all Ole Miss fans. It was.
That's what did it.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's Monday. We'll be back in 23 hours to start your Tuesday on the fastest hour in TV. So fast we can't even get everything in it.
See you then.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: